Uprooted trees, roofs torn off, several schools closed, and thousands of people still without power. This afternoon, crews are working to get it restored as residents start cleaning up after yesterday's quick but powerful storm ripped across our nation. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Burmy. We want to begin with team coverage in some of the hardest hit areas. Our Rachel Pellegrino is in Cambria County. We'll check in with her in just a moment. But first, we want to go to our Keegan Robbie in Clearfield County, where dozens of trees fell. Keegan, you're at the Louder Family Campground. And what are you seeing this afternoon?
Yeah, Dan, more than 30 trees are down, and it's going to take some time to clean up the damage. I'm joined alongside owner of Louder Family Campground, Dennis Louder, and you were here during the storm. Kind of talk us through what you saw.
We were showing the campground, and I just soon walked in the house, and the people that were here were backing out to the driveway, and then started raining, and the trees started flying everywhere, so they panicked and stayed in the driveway. But I looked out the window, and I couldn't even see an inch out the window. It was blowing so hard.
Yeah, so you guys have a lot of cleanup, a lot of trees to cut up, clean up, and you're doing it mostly by yourself. You're bringing another crew in to help a little bit, but you said you were doing it mostly. Kind of talk about the time it's going to take to clean it up, especially coming into camping season towards the summer.
Yeah, we have people coming in this weekend, so I got 3 guys here now, and I got a professional tree trimmer coming to take the dangerous ones on down.
Gotcha. And you have a lot of different campsites around here, and talk about, this is kind of one of your main campsites is what you were telling me about. Talk about how long it's going to take to clean this up.
This one here will probably take us a good full day. We just had a camper in there. They just left right before the storm hit, a motorhome.
Gotcha. And you said you were just doing a lot of the cleanup yourself and going to make it a lot into firewood for you guys to use, and maybe some other campers to use as well.
And a few logs on the bigger trees, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully that cleanup doesn't take as long as you expect, but we'll have more coverage of different storm damage around Clearfield County. But for now, we'll send it back to you, Dan.
All right, our Keegan Robbie joining us this afternoon. Keegan, thank you. Rachel Pellegrino joining us now live from Cambria County with continuing team coverage. Rachel, good afternoon. We understand a roof blew off of an assisted living facility there. What else are you seeing?
Well, Dan, you can see some of the aftermath from Sunday's storms just right behind me, like you mentioned, that roof, but also you can see this electric caution hazard tape blocking some residents in. I want to show you the cause of that. You can see this snapped utility pole and some other lines still along the roadway here on Chestnut Street and 3rd Street. Now, strong winds blew a portion of the roof of the St. Stephen's Living Center here on Chestnut Street on Sunday afternoon. And one resident described that wind as howling, and parts of the roof were scattered throughout the area located in people's yards as well as the roadway. The assisted living facility declined to speak with us at this time, but according to our news partner, Tribune Democrat, they're working to find other placements for the 15 residents. Power has also been disconnected due to those utility lines that I mentioned were pinned under the remnants of the roof. Now, Penn was on scene yesterday working on repairs, but residents say they are still in the dark this afternoon, and so far they haven't seen anyone on scene as of today working on repairs to the power outages. Now, Penn Restoration ETA for Nancy Glo is tomorrow at 11 p.m. According to those crews, they say about 68 customers have been affected in the Nancy Glo area. And as for repairs to the building of that living center, crews with ServPro are on scene. You can see some of them on the roof working on those repairs. I also saw some of them around the ground as well, just assessing that damage. But as for the roof that is still on the ground in this area, it is going to take extensive cleanup efforts. You can see how massive that is. And again, some of those portions of the roof I've seen scattered throughout people's yards as I was looking around this area, also looking at some of that damage. But again, people are still waiting for the power to be restored as well as the cleanup. Live in Nancy Glo, Rachel Pellegrino.
All right, Rachel Pellegrino joining us this afternoon. Rachel, thank you. Blair County also had a fair amount of damage. Take a look at these photos from the Geezy Town Community Fire Company in Frankstown Township. You can see a roof was blown off of a house and landed quite a distance from the home. A barn also shifted and partially collapsed because of the wind. The fire company says no one was injured.